Yo, 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 yo! What's up, everybody out there in the YouTube universe? I'm DJ Cass, and of course, I am back here reviewing WWE main event. Yes, I know you're probably asking yourselves, like, why is this main event? This show means nothing. Here's the thing. The way I see it, if I'm not going to watch Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis anymore, and I only keep up through podcasts, and I don't really watch the stuff, at least WWE main event's a good 40 to 45 show where I can get two decent matches, hopefully, and just snippets of like the important stuff on Raw and SmackDown each week. Personally, I think everybody should do it because it saves you a lot of grief. Plus, you don't have to go through some of the stupid stuff. But yeah, this was a WWE main event. This is going to be the review episode. Please leave a comment section down on the YouTube page after I upload this video. Let me know, guys, if I'm doing a good job. Let me know what you want changed. Let me know if something needs to be different. Let me know if you actually appreciate this. You know what? Scratch that. You don't even need to appreciate it because I know you guys love me. You guys love me, so I'm just going to do what I need to do in order to get my practice in and in order to keep my reps in. So let's go ahead and get into this WWE main event review, July 9th, 2020. The show actually kicked off with, guess what, people? A match. And you want to know what the match I saw? Titus ONeil versus Akira Tozawa. Hold on, let me repeat that. Titus ONeil versus Akira Tozawa. Yes. Number one, Titus ONeil returns to a WWE ring for God knows how long. Like, seriously, I literally cannot remember the last time this dude had a match. I think Sean Ross Sapp over at Five gave a stat one time, said that the last time he had like a singles match was like late 2018. But I mean, here's the thing: when it comes to this, great ambassador for the company, great spokesman for the company. This dude never needs to be fired. He needs to have a job there for life. If any of you actually saw his promo that he cut on the Florida race or anything like that, the dude was pissed. Again, great spokesperson. You can tell he's a great father, the father of the year for Christ's sakes. But yeah, definitely love to meet the guy in real life. Yes, the match was Titus O'Neil versus Akira Tozawa. I can't believe I actually said that. The match, people, was actually decent. It wasn't bad. I mean, the one thing that I can't stand though is the fact that they've saddled Tozawa with this whole ninja gimmick, which I've been hearing has been his new thing on Raw since I don't watch. Fun fact: I was actually at SummerSlam for the 2019 show last year, and I'm at the gym. And get this, people, if you want to know a secret, if you want to meet WWE superstars, just go to the nearest gym near your hotel because that's practically where they're all at. And I probably should not be saying that because these guys have lives and they need to get their workouts in. But I actually met Akira Tozawa. He probably doesn't even remember me. I still got the picture. Believe it or not, I'm actually which is really not saying much. But yeah, great guy. Like I said, maybe I'm being a little bit partial because I met the dude. I just hate seeing him with his gimmick. But yeah, as far as the match goes, it was fine. Nothing really too special about it. Again, haven't really seen Titus O'Neil in the ring as much these days because again, he's pretty much doing outside company stuff. So seeing him back at the ring was pretty weird. I mean, you forget he actually wrestled. He wrestles people. So yeah, again, like I said, it was weird. But for what this match was for main event standards, it was actually fine. There was actually one point in the match like where Akira Tozawa goes outside of the ring, and like he circles all three of the ninjas, and they just like have this like weird ninja like ceremony where they just like they're huddling like a football position huddling, and they're going around a circle. And next thing you know, MVP is just going like, oh yeah, by the way, MVP and Tom Phillips, of course, were on commentary. And MVP is all of a sudden being like, what are these guys doing? And all of a sudden, they're ninjas, like all four of them, like you can't see who they are. So I just thought that was pretty funny. And I don't know what in the world happened to Tyson, but he tossed all three of these ninjas trying to find out which one was Tozawa like they owed him money. That like they owed him money. It was brutal. And yes, of course, he finally gets to Tozawa, which actually helped Tozawa get the upper hand in the middle of the match. Yes, the teeny tiny heel actually gets heat on the big baby face. I'm guessing. Whatever. But yeah, eventually, Titus ONeil, he gets out of it. And of course, he starts making his comeback. There was this one spot which was so scary. Which I don't know when you guys are going to be able to watch this, but if you do, just check out the spot where Titus ONeil booted Akira Tozawa's head off to the point where when Tozawa was like turned himself inside out, he let it flat, not even flat. He contorted on the back of his own neck. They showed it like twice. It was so nasty. Thank good. And the referee, you could just see, was immediately going to Tozawa to make sure he was all right. And he looked fine. But then at the end, Akira Tozawa goes to the corner. He's all loopy. And then Titus ONeil hits the Clash of the Titus, very eye. And Titus ONeil gets the win. Again, good to see Titus ONeil back in the ring. I'm guessing he's gonna be a regular because again, this just goes to show that their taping schedule has definitely got fucked up because of this whole COVID-19 and them testing everybody positive. Because if Titus ONeil is back in the ring, and I do have respect for Titus, but it's like, yeah, something's going on. Because I'm thinking like, where's the Shelton Benjamin and the Cedric Anderson of the world? I can get good stuff, but hopefully we'll see that soon. Up next, this was a recap of the tag team match between Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio versus Rollins and Buddy Murphy. I'll give my little bit of thoughts on this, on the stuff about Raw and SmackDown from the recaps I saw. I'm definitely not really into this Rey Mysterio Seth Rollins feud because the thing is, it's like, I'm still having a difficult time of just like, what in the world is Seth Rollins' purpose? I get he's the Monday Night Messiah, but again, I'm going to ask this question to you guys, and maybe you guys can give me an answer. Is the point of this Monday Night Messiah gimmick the idea that he is trying to take out the old guard and make the future for the new guard? Like seriously, what's the end game here? That's like literally my only issue with Seth Rollins, and I still like to do it. And Rey Mysterio, I mean, if you heard Dave Meltzer on his Dave Meltzer over on the Wrestling Observer Radio, he was pretty much saying on how the way that Rey is competing without a contract, and his eye was actually a way to write him off TV. Can you imagine the bareness of this company? It's insane. But from what I saw, the match was actually good. And apparently there's going to be an eye for an eye match. I must say that again. An eye for an eye match. Which when I went onto the site to see like what the F this actually was, apparently to literally gouge your opponent's eye out. So we're going to get some type of cinematic effect, and it's going to be terrible. So everybody brace yourselves. It's not going to be good. Just be ready for it. So they recap that. Next recap we got was of Raw, actually, with the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre versus a returning Heath Slater. From what I understand, from what I heard from Brian Alvarez the next day, apparently he's still not employed, which, if I'm Vince McMahon, and thank goodness I'm not, because he is out there these days, I'm hiring Heath Slater back after that promo that he cut, because I did went back and I did see the promo. Very good stuff. Very good stuff from Heath Slater. The thing is, my name is actually Heath Miller. Can you imagine? And, of course, they did the match. It goes like 5 seconds. And, of course, it made McIntyre look strong heading into Extreme Rules. And, again, with Dolph, trying to beat up Heath and berating him, McIntyre tried to get at him. Again, I'm going to say like I said last week when they recapped this, I am not into this Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler thing because Dolph is the equivalent of a filler of the month challenger. You don't think he's going to win. You know he's not going to win. They're not even treating him like the good thing about Dolph is that he's been here such a long time that you can put him literally in anything and he'll make it work for himself. The only issue is, who in the hell actually believes that Dolph freaking Ziggler is actually going to win the WWE Championship? What's the stipulation that he pitches like a 2 out of 3 falls on an Iron Man match? I'm just waiting for it on that one. Up next on main event, we actually had another match. Unlike last week, we had nothing but recaps, which was completely ridiculous. We got another match, and this time it was Bianca Belair continuing her WWE main event streak. I need to go back and see how many wins she's got. This time she took on Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce of the Iconics. Can I just put out a disclaimer and say that Ty Dillinger is one lucky son of a gun? I'm just going to go ahead and say that. But yeah, Bianca Belair versus Peyton Royce. This match was actually much better than the Billie Kay match. Shocking. Now, I get Billie Kay gets a lot of flack because she's more cartoonish in the ring, but she serves a purpose. But yeah, this match with Peyton Royce that Bianca Belair had was actually much better. A little bit. Too many. When I say this, people do not get mad at me in the comments when I say this. Too much finger on the ass kissing for my liking. I hope, hopefully, when you go back and you watch this, you'll actually know what I mean. But these are pretty much like it was pretty much a Mean Girls fight for the most part. Peyton Royce looked very, very good. Again, she is definitely the better in ring of the Iconics. Just gonna go ahead and say it. But yeah, there was definitely that. I do love when every time Bianca comes out, MVP just goes, "I wave my hair back and forth. I wave my hair back and forth." Even though I personally cannot stand that song, it is funny to hear MVP give his analytical thoughts about Belair, which MVP on this show is actually, get this people, is actually very good on commentary. So he's on commentary. This dude is managing Bobby Lashley. Even though I'm not too crazy about him challenging Apollo Crews for the U.S. title at Extreme Rules, the horror show, apparently. Not, the horror show Extreme Rules. There was actually at one point like where Bianca Belair actually did the glance slam attributed to, of course, to Beth Phoenix, and she did to Peyton Royce, bouncing her head off the turnbuckle, and then eventually Bianca Belair would hit the KOD for the win, and Bianca Belair's WWE main event streak continues. At least she's not losing, people. That's the only good thing I could say. But I am going to go ahead and tell you this. We've heard all the news that Shayna Baszler is definitely not, it has fallen out, as Vince has pretty much fallen out of love with Shayna Baszler, which I'm not surprised because he just doesn't get her. So people be ready because there's going to be a WWE main event episode where I review where we're going to see Shayna Baszler in a match. So got that to look forward to. Up next, we recap this freaking bad Braun Strowman Bray Wyatt feud. Is anybody interested in this? I must ask that question. Is anybody interested in this? You're telling me that the idea that they got for Bray now is that we're going to take you back in time and now you're going to become the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, versus this new version of Braun Strowman. I mean, I will say this, I like the fact that they showed the history in the video on the recap on this show, but it's like, I was not interested in this feud after Braun beat Bray clean. This is definitely no fault of Bray because I'm pretty sure you heard, like, he and JoJo had a child, congratulations to them, but he left, but yet the company still continued this feud, so it's like, literally, it's like, you're continuing a feud after Bray Wyatt lost clean. If you're going to continue it, why did he lose clean? I mean, we're going to get a swamp fight, and apparently it's not titled WCW. Who would have thought it? Which would be a cinematic match. And then finally, the last recap of the show, we got the Championship Champion match of SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley versus the Raw Women's Champion Asuka. Raw Women's Champion Asuka will take on Sasha Banks, one after the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, as Bayley will defend her SmackDown Women's Championship against Nikki Cross. Both matches are Extreme Rules. Again, for what I saw in the recap, this match was good, but it looked like they edited out the backhanded fist that could just whopped Dale Bayley just right in the face. Of course, on accident. Didn't run straight on that one. And of course, this would lead to Asuka. I'm pretty sure you all know Asuka got the win over Bayley. So, I mean, there was that. I mean, I'll give my quick thoughts on this. I get why people love Bayley and Sasha for doing what they're doing. I just personally have no interest in these two anymore because this company has just been going on these two for like 3 straight years now. Now, Bayley's the heel. I'm still not used to that. Sasha's a heel. I am used to that, but it's like between Sasha's abrupt attitude last year, and then of course Bayley just going through emotions and just being the good company girl, even though this girl will never really appreciate for what she does. It's just I just have no interest in Bayley and Sasha, and that again, that's just me. Again, I get why are Raven, but I just find it very funny that Bayley and Sasha have been all over these shows, Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, but yet when Charlotte was all over NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, everybody complained. I'm just letting you do what you want to do. And that was WWE Main Event, people. Again, definitely a much better show than last week. Again, for someone like me who does not watch Raw and SmackDown, I can get 40 to 45 minutes of what is going on in WWE. Alright guys, that is it from my end. It is time for me to go eat, but I will leave this video. Like I said, just leave me a comment in the description section after I upload this thing. Let me know what's going on, guys. Let me know if you want to see something different. I'm actually thinking about maybe reviewing that Close Enough show that the creator of regular show do. Which, side note, definitely need to go check that out. Alright guys, that is it from my end. I am DJ Cass, and I will see you around. Later days.